And joining us now is Marcos Ambrose. And Marcos, quite a weekend. A win on Saturday, second place on Monday. How much of a boost did this weekend give you in this race team?
Well, you've got to really enjoy weekends like we just had because they don't come very often. We came so close to the double, but we can't complain. Just an awesome weekend for our team. JTG Doherty was really put on the map. With the help of Michael Walsh Racing, we're really doing something special here in 2009. And we're just excited for our future and hopefully we can capitalise on this momentum that was created in one weekend and keep it going for a while.
I know we were all in one little room watching the race. We were all scratching our head. We were pretty intrigued by your pit strategy. Can you explain it to us?
Yeah, you and me both. You know, we knew that we were going to be really tight on making it home on 2 stops. And so we were trying to make it to a mark, and we realised that, you know, if we stayed out in the track there on lap 18 under that caution, it's going to make it easier for the second half of the race for us to make it on fuel. But we didn't anticipate the entire field coming in on lap 18, and that really put us on the back foot because effectively we became the leader of the race, but we had less fuel and less tyres than everybody else. And so when we got out of the box like that, we had to really start to then gamble on some strategy, and we just stayed out on those tyres. We splashed. You know, as soon as we knew we could make it home, we splashed with fuel, didn't put tyres on it, and it did hurt us for the end of the race. It was probably the difference between, you know, really challenging Tony there at the end and having to settle for second. But we're excited about what we did. I think as the race rolled out for us, we played the strategy as best we could. You know, we got ourselves out of sequence a little bit, but in the end it didn't really hurt us that much.
Looking back, would you do anything differently, strategy-wise? Yeah,
I'd probably pit on lap 18 with everybody else. It was really a difficult thing because we were third on track, the front 2 pitted, I stayed out, and then I looked in the mirror and every car basically filed into the pits, and I knew right then that I'd made the wrong decision by staying out. But you know, you've got to make it's so close. It was like half a second between committing or not committing to pit lane, and I just made the wrong choice.
Well, great to see you finish where you did. No shame, by the way, finishing second to Tony Stewart. After all, he is pretty good at Watkins Glen. But what about ovals? What do you guys need to do to be this competitive on a weekly basis at places like Michigan?
Well, that's the question that I'm asking myself this morning. You know, we can run like that on a road course. We did it at Sonoma. I did it at Watkins Glen. You know, what am I missing to be able to do that on a consistent basis on the ovals? We've had some great runs. We've finished top 10 quite a few times already this season. We've had, you know, some good performances, but my consistency is just not there on the ovals yet. And I don't know what the answer is, and it's something that I'll be looking into deeper. You know, obviously when I get in a road course situation, I'm as good as anyone, yet, you know, I feel like I'm not quite ready to challenge for top 5s and race wins on the oval. So I hope with experience and time, and when that penny drops, I'll be able to make the most of it if I ever get there. But it's a question I think that a lot of drivers ask themselves. You know, what makes Jimmy Johnson and Tony Stewart and Jeff Gordon these champions? What gives them the advantage that, you know, that we can't seem to find on a consistent basis? And it's a big question. Well,
I know you're at an oval today. Our audience watching there is probably wondering where you are. You're at the Cherokee Speedway, a 3/8 mile dirt track in Gaffney, South Carolina. Can you explain why you're there?
Well, you're cutting into my seat time right now. We've got the track ready to go. We've just had it watered down, and I'm getting ready for the Prelude. Smoke's been good enough to give me an entry for the race, and Bob Strait and his team are here today just to give me some laps in their car. And I'm getting pretty anxious. You know, I've never really driven on dirt. I had a celebrity race there at Black Rock on Friday night up at Watkins Glen, where actually Ruderman tried to put me in the fence. Can you believe that? 2 weeks in a row. And now we're down here trying to get some laps in the car that I'm going to use for the Prelude. But when they started up this morning, it had 870 horsepower, and you could hear every single one of them. And so I'm getting a little anxious to get in this car and just see what it's really got. And hopefully I'll be able to learn and not embarrass myself in the Prelude. You know, I don't expect to win it, of course. I just don't want to be last.
Now, the Prelude to the Dream, for the folks out there who don't know, that's, of course, Tony Stewart's charity event, September 9th, rescheduled because of weather earlier this year. What do you expect there?
I expect a lot of dirt and a lot of slingshot passes that I'm not going to be. I'm going to be on the receiving end, not delivering. It's going to be great fun. I mean, you know, I've been lucky enough to get a start there, and I'm really excited to get there. I love dirt racing. I've had a couple of goes at it now, just tickling around, and it's just great fun. Probably the best kept secret that I've ever seen and been part of. It's really a lot of fun, and hopefully I'll do well. But a big crowd, all the star drivers are going to be there from NASCAR Sprint Cup Series, and we'll be mixing it up and trying to win the race.
Well, we're all looking forward to watching you there. Marcos, congratulations on a terrific weekend, and we look forward to watching you at Michigan.
Thank you very much, Mike.